Hi everyone, my name is Cronin-McCartney and you're very welcome to join me for another episode of my top 5 in NI. After what has felt like the longest winter ever, we are finally starting to see spring come through, and with that we have loads of new music just in time for summer. So over the past month we've had quite a lot of new music from bands, both new and old, and I think that's something here in Northern Ireland we've been very fortunate with. We've produced some of the best bands in the world, and I think that's definitely reflected in my top 5 choices for this month. So you all know the drill by now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and here is my top 5 in NI for April 2018. So starting things off on at number 5 this month, we have Ferals and their brand new single, Rodgers. Ferals are a 4-piece alt-rock group from Belfast and are just one of the newest additions to the artist collective Zulu Records, who seem to be just collecting some seriously cool bands at the moment and churning out lots and lots of hits. The title of the track, Rodgers, who I just found out is a football manager. I'm not sure what relevance that has to the song, but I thought that was some good football trivia. The song itself is a really melodic alt-rock song and has a huge amount of furore for a debut single, and one that I can imagine is even more powerful live. So if you haven't had the chance yet, please check out Rodgers by Ferals. Three-piece alternative rock outfit Narcats are my number 4 for this month. Their latest single, Enigma, is yet again another example of the band's ability to create songs that balance both pop hooks with equally heavier guitar riffs. The lyrics, which expose feelings of isolation and a toxic relationship, I think are juxtaposed by the more upbeat and melodic nature of the song. Narcats, who have been really busy recently and have had a few shows, are playing again on May 10th in 39 Gordon Street, so if you can, get down and catch them. Travis is a Tourist is my number 3 this month. The moniker of Travis Gilbert, he is a literal embodiment of his actual name and spends nearly all of his time, if not all of it, actually travelling. His latest musical offering, Before You Go, clearly illustrates his kind of growth and development as an artist since his inception in 2014. Occupied with really emotive lyrics against a kind of subtle backdrop of synths. It's, for me, a perfectly crafted pop song, and I would love to hear another full-length release from Travis, whether that be an album or an EP. Travis as a Tourist will also be supporting Ryan McMullen in his headline tour across Europe this summer. Burlesk Warriors from Armagh-based 4-piece Hunk Papa are my number 2 this month. There is so much energy coming from this song from the moment it begins and then progresses with those anthemic and group vocals and just really makes it infectious and exciting to listen to. The band themselves, who have had a really interesting and also exciting few months, are kind of on the lips of everyone in the local scene at the moment, especially after their amazing shows that they have been putting on recently, and I'm very excited to see what the next few months holds for them and what else they have in store for us. So if you haven't already, check out Burlesk Warriors from Hunk Papa. And finally, my number 1 for this month comes from Lost Avenue. Originally, I was just going to include their new track, All My Wins, but after listening to their album, I decided to include the whole thing. Fears is the debut album from Derry-based 3-piece Lost Avenue. Famed for their live and energetic performances is something that comes across throughout the whole album and is something that I'm looking forward to seeing live. Self-Esteem and Audrey were 2 particular standout tracks for me. The boys, who are currently on a 12-day tour across the UK, should be so proud of themselves and for this album. So if you haven't already, please support local music and check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in again. This has been my top 5 in NI April 2018, and yet again, if you have any new music that you'd like to send over to me, send it to my page on your Cronin-McCartney. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next month.